Hi, I'm Allison Gollin, and I am a school social worker in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. I'm here today with Melissa Antonoff, who is also the well seasoned teacher, and Jen Mizaki from Co Teaching Connection, and we are Educate Her Collective. Today, we are going to talk about March Madness, not basketball. We are going, although my son's school, UF, won last year, so that was really exciting. But we are going to talk today about how things start to heat up in the spring with everything from colleague interactions to IEP season to children getting antsy because, oh my goodness, they've been indoors for recess for a million years. So I'm going to pass it off to Jen, and she is going to start our conversation today.
Hello, everyone. What I notice, the school year starts to get tough. I always talk about how any co teaching relationship goes through this like roller coaster. You're real excited in the beginning. Same with school year. You're so excited. And then it starts to hit these dips. Well, right now, March is a dip. So, how can you and your colleagues really make the most out of this time and actually not give in to that dip? Because if we lower our feelings and we're not feeling great, it's just going to bring those kids down even more. So, I really suggest avoiding that constant negative student talk. I know sometimes it's necessary, but as much as you can avoid that and talk about fun things like what's like the best vacation you ever had, or what TV show are you watching now and why, what book are you reading, really focusing on that kind of a communication with your colleagues rather than, oh, he did that in your class today, well, I can one up you because this one did this in my class today. Try and steer clear of that. By March, we all have horror stories, and we really just need to stay as positive as possible. Which is why I must admit, ladies, I do listen to positive affirmations on my way into work every day.
That's so great. Love it.
I have to because it puts me in the right mindset for the day. Think about it. If you start your day on a positive note, you're going to look at things through a different lens. You're going to be a little bit more positive and upbeat rather than starting your day maybe by looking at some horrible news media coverage of things that are going on in the world. So I try and steer in that positive direction as much as possible. So those would be just some quick tips I would come up with. The positive affirmations, even like bring in a sweet treat. Like if you are always with the same people, everybody loves food. Rotate. Oh, somebody will surprise a treat on Tuesday. Somebody will surprise something on Thursday. Then it's something fun to look forward to.
I love that.
Yeah. Melissa, what do you think? How can we help with these kids, like the conflicts we see with them?
It's been really hard because they've been indoors since January, maybe even December. And they don't know what to do with all this pent up energy. Those of you that follow me may have seen the video that I made of the boy that threw a hot glue gun at two other people in his group because he was so frustrated with them. So what I've been focusing on is giving them language that they can use for conflict resolution. And I post it in my classroom above my board. I have very little wall space. When someone is bothering you, what can you say? And if you can't think of it, we have it up there. Stop. I don't like when you talk to me like that. Don't touch my project. Whatever it is, using words to get your feelings out instead of throwing a hot glue gun. And when I
That's excellent advice.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And
Mm-hmm.
if you can incorporate movement into your lessons, my friend who teaches third grade uh, said she'd had enough of indoor recess and she made a math review, just addition and subtraction, even though they were on multiplication and division, and played music. And they did musical chairs and walked around her room. And when the music stopped, they answered a question on that math sheet and they initialed it so she knew who answered what question. And it didn't really matter the work they were doing. It was more that they were doing something related to math and they got movement. And the kids asked for it for, she also teaches science. They asked her to do something like that for science too. So, and she just found these things online.
Hmm. Yeah, awesome.
Allison, what about you? This is a tough season
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
people
Yes.
in the special ed worlds.
Yes, for people in the special ed world, specifically people that are writing IEPs and teaching children with IEPs. So, at least the way that it works in my district, we do most of our IEP, our annual review IEPs between February and May. That is also the same time of year that we are transitioning preschool students from preschool to kindergarten. It is a lot, it is intense, and it can be really overwhelming. One of the things that I always look to do back in January, actually, is create my schedule for my annual reviews. I do my IEP pre planning in February. I then take all the time that I need to write all of the IEPs that I have to write, and then have conversations with all of the teachers to make sure that we're all on the same page so that we can go into a meeting in a cohesive group. So our programming recommendations are the same, and the parent then is getting one unified front. That's also a tricky, stressful thing about this time of year is the sheer number of parent meetings you're doing, and trying to make sure that you're always coming at it from a strengths-based way, a strengths-based message about the child. And that just, there's a lot of thinking that goes along with that, a lot of prepping and trying to maintain that positive vibe when sometimes you're really, really concerned about a child, and or you're really, really concerned about a parent and how that parent might be interacting with their child. So IEP season brings a lot up. One of the things that I do, along with like what Jen was saying, is I have a big bowl and I always have it stocked with candy, so that anyone that comes to my table knows, hey, even if the parent doesn't show up, you can have a treat and we can just sit and talk for a few minutes. Sorry,
That's
my
okay.
dogs
That's
now
okay.
are barking.
It's
And
real
okay,
life.
so
It's
I'm
real
going to
life.
pass it back to someone so that I can close the door.
I will take that. I will take it. So, I mean, what I'm hearing here and what we're talking about is all these amazing things that we can do to keep that vibe up, keep those positive vibes up. You have to do it for yourself. How
Yeah.
can you do it by yourself? The treats, the pre planning ahead of time. How can you do it for your students? You can give them the tools that they need so that they can use the right words. I mean, any teacher will tell you procedures and routines never go out of style. And if you've ever been in a classroom where the teacher follows those procedures and routines every day and repeats them and reminds the students, those are the teachers who have the most successful classrooms. So, if nothing else, we need to keep the vibe high and we
Mm-hmm.
need to make sure we're putting those procedures and routines in check so that everybody can be on the same safe, right? No hot glue guns page.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
absolutely.
And have a bowl of candy.
Mm-hmm. Have a bowl of candy. I also always have a box of tissues on my table,
Yeah.
because inevitably one to two people in a meeting will cry, right? And so we want to make sure, especially for IEPs where it is a very sensitive topic, parents are very, very worried about their children, teachers are very, very worried about their students. It's a safe place to have emotion if you need to. And I also think too that, Jen, this goes along with the co-teaching piece. Sometimes I can tell when teachers come in if their relationship is
Mm,
a little tense, right? So also just trying to work through those things before you go into a meeting and are sitting in front of a family.
mhm.
Um, and even if that means like working with a case manager or school counselor, you have to walk through those things and talk them out.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I also feel like before spring break, it's things are getting rough. Everyone's very antsy.
Mhm.
And so we just have to do everything we can to get us through to that time off in as positive a way as we can.
Hmm.
Mhm. Try
Yep.
and keep that energy up, keep that vibe up. And if that means eat the candy or listen to the positive affirmations on the
Right.
way into work, then do it because
Mhm.
That's
whatever's going to work for you. I mean, for years, mindfulness coaches, yoga coaches tell us breathe. Start incorporating a lot more of that. I mean, it's amazing what a nice deep breath can do to just kind of um what's the like re-regulate you.
Mhm.
That's
it
not the
Yeah.
really
word.
does.
Or to just
Yeah.
regulate you.
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
Yeah.
making up words now, but you know what I mean. Like to just get yourself centered again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Self-regulation. Yep.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And to model that in front of the students, if you're feeling really frustrated by their behavior, you could say, I need a moment, and you should do this with me. And I have found if I take a deep breath and let it out, and I count backwards from 10, class, you doing this with me? You should be doing this. Everyone is calm by the time I get to 1.
Mhm.
And that's a way that I can say to them, I just had to self regulate. That's something you can try if you're feeling really angry or really upset with someone.
That modeling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You are
So
the queen
important.
of modeling, Melissa. I love
Well, I
it.
Yeah.
try.
Yes, you are. I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
So great. So I think, are we
I think
have
this has been
have we
great.
laid out all of the ways that we
I
can make
think
sure
so.
that March does not become complete madness?
That's right.
Hmm. Um, but it was really great. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we are signing off until next month. We do this every month, and we can't wait to post another video.
All right. Bye, everyone. Good luck.